Hello and welcome to WJTS in.form. This Saturday, there's a very special event coming to the Huntingburg Fraternal Order of Eagles, and we're going to talk about that. We are very honored to have with us in the studio the state president for the Fraternal Order of Eagles, Airy. Well, I guess each one has their own Airy.
Yes.
Okay, first of all, that is Bill Dickey, and we also have with us Daniel Frick, and Dan is a member of the Huntingburg Fraternal Order of Eagles, a past president, currently a state trustee. Well, we're going to start with you, Bill, to talk about, we're going to get to this charity fundraiser that's going on Saturday, but let's find out a little bit about the Fraternal Order of Eagles.
Well, Bill, the Fraternal Order of Eagles was formulated by 7 businessmen in Seattle, Washington in 1898. They wanted something to have be able to socialize with their families, and there wasn't anything available. Once the word spread, they called it the Order of Good Things. Once the word spread about what they were doing, it caught on like wildfire, and they had other clubs trying to find how they could organize. And actually, it spread so quickly that in 1901, Indiana got its first Fraternal Order of Eagles, and that was in Anderson, Indiana. That's the oldest one in the state. And we have approximately 1,600. We call them Aries. Anybody that's worked crossword puzzles know that an Airy is the eagle nest. So it has been changed. The name was developed into the Fraternal Order of Eagles, and we have about 1,600 across the United States and Canada. And in the preamble to our Constitution, it says to provide social recreation and fellowship among its members and to raise money for worthwhile charities, which is what the Fraternal Order of Eagles does. That's our main thrust across the country. We give over $10 million per year to charity. And as a matter of fact, we have just completed a $25 million commitment to the University of Iowa. In conjunction with them, we have a hospital out there that's going to be focusing on diabetes research to try to find a cure. And they have purchased endowments for 5 chairs of researchers that will be continually working on that project until a cure is found.
Okay, now, we have an event that Indiana chooses, or I guess a project, I should say, that you as the Fraternal Order of Eagles of Indiana have chosen to raise funds for.
That is correct. Each year when you are elected the president of the Airy and the auxiliary, you can choose something that you want to raise funds for. I was fortunate that the auxiliary president, Deb Staley from Washington, agreed that we would try to raise money for Camp Riley. Camp Riley is a camp that was formulated in 1957 with about 20 of the physically challenged kids from Riley Hospital because there was no way that those children could have a worthwhile campership experience. And now that's grown over the years to where there's in excess of 220 campers go each year to Bradford Woods up by Martinsville, sponsored by Riley Hospital. And what we're endeavoring to do, you see, it costs, the family of a camper must pay $400 per week out of their own pocket to send those kids to camp. That's not covered by insurance. So we're trying to endow camperships for a 2-week camp. And in order to endow a campership, you have to raise $40,000. Well, the Indiana Eagles are great fundraisers. So our goal is to raise enough money to send 5 campers to Camp Riley each year. But as you know, an endowment is like putting money in the bank and you live off the interest. So that will continue to go on and perpetuate itself. As they gain money from the income off their dividends, they will add another camper. So we know that we're going to be benefiting kids this year that haven't even been born yet through the Indiana Fraternal Order of Eagles.
So is this project one, I guess, that may be going for a long time because people can always make contributions to that endowment, but you're really focusing now on raising funds?
Yes, technically it's the initial investment that counts. So the members of the Fraternal Order of Eagles in Indiana in this particular Eagle year are the ones that's going to fund this. Now, if another president wanted to make that their project, they could add to that number. But this is primarily, it's going to last as long as there is a Camp Riley.
Okay, what a terrific project. Now, let's bring it to a local level. Now, you are, by the way, from Shoals.
I am.
Yeah, it's great to have our president from southern Indiana.
That's true. And, of course, the auxiliary president's from Washington, Indiana, so we're both right down here in southern Indiana.
That's kind of neat.
Yeah.
Well, Dan Frick, at Huntingburg on Saturday, there's going to be an event that's going on all day long.
Yes, we're going to have pork chop dinners prepared by Doughboy.
Now, when you say Doughboy, make sure everybody knows that's Dave Sweppy, right?
Everybody in the area seems to know his pork chops. They got a kitchen that's going to open for our regular drawing and stuff. We're going to have all kinds of events going on. Our famous, we kind of took it off to the side. What used to be horse races, now we're taking them and put them into a wagon race, because if Camp Riley, you'll see their little wagon. Or actually at Riley's Hospital, you see the little wagons.
Okay.
There'll be games of chance. It'll be an all-day event.
And can people buy tickets ahead of time, buy them at the door?
Tickets are available now, and we will have a banquet that evening to kind of show what kind of money we raise for the day. We're hoping to have a full house all day long.
And these pork chop dinners will be available starting when?
The pork chop dinners, I think, are going to be started at 2 or 3 o'clock. I'm not for sure on that, but they got down here orders from 3 to 7.
Okay, now I'm big on the dinners. What all do they get as a dinner?
Let's see. I think it's on here. They got pork, potato salad, slaw, baked beans, bread, tea, or lemonade.
And just $10 a person?
Just $10 a person.
Okay. And then Saturday night at the Airy Lodge, what is it called?
The Airy.
It's just the Airy. Well, of course, it's the nest. Okay.
That's true.
At the Fraternal Order of Eagles Airy in Huntingburg, you are going to have Linda Smith Band performing.
Yes, Linda Smith's going to play. We looked around, come up with her. It's probably one of the better brands to bring in the crowd. We hope we can fill the house that night. Linda would like to have been here today, but she had other events to go on. She was going to help promote this.
Well, she's a big promoter, and what a great performer. Should be a terrific night. People are going to have a great time. Is there a charge then at the door?
There is a $5 cover charge about the time Linda starts.
Okay. And so if somebody wants to get more information, they simply should just go to the Airy.
They can go to the area or call, if you see one of the flyers around, or call 812-683-3335. That is our area number, and that is our phone number.
Okay, now for people that aren't familiar with Huntingburg or where the area is located, what's the easiest way to get there?
The easiest way is, if it depends on where you're coming from. If you get to the interstate of, or not to the intersection of 231 and 64, go east about 4 blocks, and we're right on the left.
And you have a big parking lot.
Yes.
So there's going to be plenty of room for plenty of people.
Actually, we've got a parking lot, and we share it with the factory next door to us, and that if we got overcrowded, we get into that parking lot.
Oh, you can flow over
Yes.
into that. Okay. Do you have a goal? How much money you'd like to raise in Huntingburg?
Yeah, we have a goal, but that's something that we kind of keep under wraps.
So we'll find out whether or not you hit that goal on Saturday night.
Yes.
But again, the events start, the food, or the kitchen opens. When you say the kitchen opens at 11:30, that's not the pork chop dinners.
That's not the pork chop
hamburgers,
dinners.
cheeseburgers.
Yeah, that's hamburgers, cheeseburgers, and 3 o'clock is what they got down here. That when the pork chops will start being served.
Okay. So those dinners will be served at 6 o'clock, 3 o'clock.
Yes, from 3 to 7 or till they run out. At 6 p.m. we'll have a banquet. Okay. By then we'll have a good idea what kind of money we raised, and we will be presenting awards and stuff like that.
And what time will Linda Smith's band start
Linda Smith's
performing?
band, I think, is starting at 8 o'clock.
Okay, and there will be dancing, a dance floor in front of them, I'm sure.
Yes.
Right? Okay,
Yeah.
so it's a good evening of, I guess you could say it's almost dinner and dance.
Yes.
But you got to get there early to get the dinner, probably.
Generally, when we do a benefit like that, by 7 o'clock we're usually out of the dinners.
Okay. Now, if somebody would like to, I'm sure they can just make a flat-out contribution.
Yes.
Absolutely.
What's the easy way to do that? Is that to go to the Huntingburg area, or?
Yes, that'd be the best way. Or they could mail a check to the Huntingburg area, made out to Camp Riley.
Okay.
If they'd so desire. I think we did mention it was open to the public on Saturday, didn't we?
Well, that is something, yes. I don't know if we mentioned that or not, but we do need to point that out, that you're a membership-based organization like a Legion and like a lot of different clubs, but this is open to the public for everybody to go to.
Exactly.
Okay. If somebody ever wanted to become a member of the Eagles?
The best way is to, you may know a member of the Eagles, and you could approach them, or you could go to the local area and tell them that you'd like to be a part of this great organization, and they'll hook you up with somebody that would give you an application, and see you through the process. But it's a worthwhile organization, and we hope everybody comes Saturday and contributes to this cause.
Okay, so Saturday in Huntingburg at the Huntingburg Area, there is going to be a fundraiser for Camp Riley. And if you would like to participate, pork chop dinner is going to be served. And then later that night, Linda Smith Band will be performing at the Huntingburg Area. Gentlemen, is there anything you'd like to add?
I would like to add about the YouTube, Bill.
Okay,
you
sure.
might mention your YouTube.
Well, you know more about that than I do, sir.
On YouTube, his son put a video together about Camp Riley, and it's something to really see. And other than that, on the national level, the Eagles has some heck of a programs out there. One I'd like to bring up is our Memorial Foundation. Just through your dues of being a member, and Bill can correct me on this, that military personnel, if something happened to you and you lost your life at work, your kids' education and dental and stuff will be pretty well taken care of.
Yes. It's like an insurance policy that goes along with your dues when you pay your dues.
Oh, so it's not an additional fee, it's just
No,
part
it's
of it.
It's just part of your
Part
dues.
of what we do. The motto of the Eagles is people helping people, and that's what we try to do.
It's great to have one in Huntingburg. I don't know of, well, now I know of Shoals. I did not realize there was an Eagles in Shoals. And Washington, obviously. Where's the next?
There are 88 throughout Indiana. We
Okay.
have them in Vincennes, Seymour, Salem, Winslow, Oakland City, a couple in Evansville. We're all over southern Indiana.
But we're really fortunate to have one in Huntingburg doing the good work that
Absolutely,
they
and
do.
a wonderful bunch of people there, too.
Good group of people. Let's help them raise some funds for Camp Riley. Gentlemen, thanks for being on the show.
Thank you, Bill, for the
Thank you, Bill.
opportunity.
Our guests have been Bill Dickey. He is the state president of the Fraternal Order of Eagles. He is also a member of the Shoals Eagles Area. We also have had with us Daniel Frick. Dan is the state trustee and a past president of the Huntingburg Fraternal Order of Eagles. Thank you for watching WJTS in.form. Please help Camp Riley by going to the Huntingburg Eagles Area in Huntingburg this Saturday. We are local people watching local people.